Hey girls, so as you can tell, today I'm going to be doing an affordable get ready with me. So all these products will be either from the drugstore or they will be very affordable, probably $10 and under. I need to check on this palette, but like you can find this at Walmart and it has all these beautiful colors at an amazing price. So that's the palette I'm gonna be using. And we're gonna start off with my eyebrows. I'm going to be using the LA Girl Brow Pomade. And what I love about this is that it is very pigmented and smooth, but still very easy to work with. And also the brush I'm going to be using for my brows and that I've been using lately and I absolutely love it is the Wet n Wild. It's like this tiny little, I think it is a brow brush or maybe it's the liner brush. I'm not sure on the name, but yes, this is the one I've been using lately. And I'll just show you guys a little bit of what I do with my brows. So I underline it first, like that. And I'm not too picky if it's like super crisp because I will go in with concealer after. And then I'll slowly fill it in from here. And I don't put too much product in the front of my eyebrow. And the concealer that I've been loving lately is by e.l.f. So super affordable. I will put the prices once I find them out. This is the Hydrating Camo Concealer and it is a dupe for the Too Faced Hydrating Concealer that I was using previous to this one, but it ran out. And my friend Jack, Beauty by Jax here on YouTube, she recommended me this one and I love it. So check her out because she has some great videos. The concealer I'm going to be using is by Morphe. I love this concealer so much. It reminds me exactly of the Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's the same consistency. It's like a little bit thick. And then it gets a bit tacky so that your eyeshadow sticks to it. So this is a must have. And as you can tell, it's not like super pigmented. It's a little bit sheer, but it does even out the eyelids. And something else that I did want to mention as it is that if you have seen the color switch, this is like super old. I've had this forever, but I just wash it and I reuse it. It's sponge where you clean your brushes in between eyeshadows and it gets rid of all the shadow on the brush and then you can go in with a different color. But this is super expensive. They have the same thing at the Dollar Tree, $1. The same thing. So yeah, I need to grab like 5 more of these because so I think with this palette, I want to go with like a softer, colorful look. So I'm gonna use like this muted pink and this peach. And of course it has all these neutrals that you can use to do a basic eye look, or you can have all these beautiful pops of color. I'm gonna go in with that peachy shade first, just in my crease. Oh, it is so beautiful. They blend out so easy and effortlessly. I love these shadows. I want to try more of those Profusion palettes. I saw some that have some like pressed glitters. Neat. So and I'm gonna go in with that dusty pink right there, and I'm going to pack that on my eyelid. Just like that. I'm gonna pack it on my eyelid. And then bring it slightly towards the crease. So now I'm gonna take that peachy color once again, and I'm gonna go back into my crease and just slightly blend between those two colors. All right, now it's time for the lashes, and I'm gonna be using these by Mimi Winks, and they're in the style Fiona. They are 18mm lashes. So they are on the shorter side, but still super curly and very full. And I believe these are like $6.99 and she's always having sales. So yeah, you have to check her out for bomb lashes for affordable. Here are the beautiful lashes. Like, I'm obsessed with these. Like, once you put them on, you're that bitch. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to primers. Two of my favorites are the Putty Primer by e.l.f. and the Primer Serum by Wet n Wild. I love these. Now, they don't do the same thing. So this one I would say is pore filling and smoothing. And this one is like moisturizing, plus it gets a little tacky, so it holds onto your foundation. Sometimes I do both. I'll put a little bit of this, and then I'll put some of this on like the areas where I have more texture. So like right here and on my nose. Or sometimes if I feel like I don't need that, I'll just go in with this and it works amazing. So today I'm gonna go in with the primer putty. And you don't need a lot of it. I use a lot of it. But yeah, it goes a long way. Like, this will go very far. Girl, I just like to pack it on, honestly. So my all-time favorite beauty blender, well, beauty sponge from the drugstore is the e.l.f. sponge. And particularly this one, this color and this shape, like this is the best one there. Like, I'm not a fan of the, what's the other one called? Oh, I can't remember at the top of my head because I don't use it, but it's that orange one. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. So this is how it looks after you get it wet. Super squishy and soft. And the foundation I'm going to be using is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. Since I did get a bit tanner, we're going to use this one. I was using the L'Oreal Fresh Wear, which is my first favorite. This would be my second favorite. So we're going to go ahead and apply it. Now, this foundation is a bit thicker than the Fresh Wear, not by a lot, and it still has like that really nice coverage, and also I would say it is like a natural finish. It's not too matte on me, at least. Yeah. Now I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer, and I am going to a tiny bit, because even though this one's like hydrating, it still has a lot of pigment, and it's very, I would say it's a like medium buildable coverage. So that is the concealer. Blend it out. It just melts into your skin, and it goes very well with this foundation. Okay, so, and I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I've heard that this is a dupe for the Huda Beauty baking powder, but I've not tried that. What I will say about this one is that this does have some coverage to it, but it is very smooth, and I feel like it actually fills in my pores, and it makes it look very smooth under my eyes. So I love this powder. And this bronzer right here is my favorite so far. My other one was the one by Lottie London. I loved that one, but I feel like that one's a little bit harder to like find. So I tried out this one because e.l.f. was having a sale, and I don't know if I would want to try any other bronzer. I love this one. Now, it's not super pigmented. Like, you can go in a couple times and build it up, which I absolutely love. But tap it off just a tiny bit, and I'll just start going in circular motions and bronzing up my cheeks. So the blush I'm going to be using is by LA Colors, and it looks like this. This is the color Like Totally. So this one, I was at my local grocery store called Winco, and I was like looking at their makeup because I always pass by the makeup, and I saw this blush and it was like $3 and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. And then I fell in love with it. Like, you can almost see that I've hit pan. Love it. It's a matte blush, but it doesn't look drying on your skin. It looks like very light and airy, and it blends in so easy. Like, you barely have to do any work. Before I highlight, I'm gonna finish under my eyes. I'm just gonna take whatever is left over on the brush. I'm not gonna pick anything else up, and I'm just going to run it under my eye. Nothing fancy here. And so the last shade I'm gonna use from the Festival palette is this very light shimmery pink right there. I'm gonna use that on my tear duct and on my brow bone. And I also wet that shimmery shade with the Wet n Wild setting spray. It's the 3-in-1 primer water, so you can prep, set, and refresh. So I'm going to spritz my face, and then I'm going to put the highlighter on. The highlighter I'm going to be using is by Wet n Wild. Of course, I have bomb-ass products for cheap. And this is the Mega Glow highlighter in Precious Petals. And so I spray my face first, and then I will put on the highlighter. Are you guys ready for that beaming highlighter? Like, yes, sis, yes. And now for the final touch, I'm gonna be using gloss. And this is the one I'm gonna be using. It's by Hard Candy, and you can tell how much I used. And that's quite a bit because I have a ton of glosses. What is the color? I don't think it has a color name. It says 1402. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, and it's their plumping serum gloss. So here is the finished look, and I really hope you enjoyed all the products that I